Okay, so this time you're given graphs. You're given graphs of functions. And these are all functions because you can use what test? Vertical line test. You want to evaluate these functions at a given value. All right, so number one, now if there's no numbers listed, like you see here on the number line, assume that each tick mark represents one unit. So let's suppose I want to find f of, and let's say this is a function f of x. And you want to find f of, let's say you want to find f of 2. So that's how it's going to look. It's going to say find f of 2. So you can look at your graph, and you're going to find out what f of 2 is. Now remember when we did this the other day, what is my x value here? 2. Whatever I put in that blank, that was my what value? My y value. Okay, good. So I'm asking, this is what I'm asking. I'm asking, what is the y value when x is what? 2. That's what this means. So this means what is the y value when x equals what? 2. So all you have to do is go to your graph and find out what is the point when x is 2.
3.
Very good. So what you got to do is locate x equal 2. So x equal 2 is here, right? And the point of the graph is right here. So that's the point 2 comma what? 3. So when x is 2, what's my y value? 3. So that goes here. So f of 2 is 3. So that's where you have to start locating these points on the graph. Now let's find f of, let's say, negative 4. F of negative 4. All right, so you got to go to the graph and you got to locate, well, when x is negative 4, where's that point located? What is x here? What is x here?
2.
No, what is x? Negative 4. So x is negative 4. So, oops, I'm sorry, I did not mean negative 4, I meant 4, excuse me. Because you can't see negative 4. You cannot see negative 4, excuse me. I meant f of 4. I apologize. So f of 4. So go to your graph and you locate the point when x is 4. So on your x-axis, where's 4? Right here, right? So the point on the graph, you go straight down, and that's the point of the graph, right? Label it if you've got to. That point right here is 4 comma what? Negative 1. That's where that point is. So if you got to label the point, label the point. So now you found f of positive 4. So when x is 4, what's my y value? Negative 1. So f of 4 is negative 1. All right? Now, listen carefully to the next one. Find, and it's actually going to say this. It's going to say find x when f of x equal 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's see. We're going to have to estimate this, so that's fine because you have to estimate on your worksheet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4. All right, listen to what this means now. Some students are going to have a little bit of trouble with this part at first. Okay, so let's go back to the first 2. So f of 2 meant what is the x value? I'm sorry, what is the y value when x is what? 2. Here, what is the y value when x is what? 4. Here I'm asking, find x, so what is the x value? What is the x value when y is what? 4. Because remember, f of x stands for what? Y. So if you got to put a y underneath, put a y underneath. So now this time, in the previous two, when I said find f of 2, I went on my x-axis and I located 2, right? Y'all agree? And I plotted my point that had x is 2. Same thing here. F of 4, I went to my x-axis and I located 4 and I found my point. Here, I'm going to go to which axis now? The y-axis, I'm going to find 4. Where's 4 on the y-axis? 1, 2, 3, right here, right? Let's locate the points. How many points do you see that's associated with y is 4? 2. Here and here. You got to make sure you understand that here my y value is 4 and also here my y value is 4. Now we got to estimate the x's because it doesn't lie on a tick mark. So just estimate, and on your worksheet you're going to say to the nearest tenth. Just do the best you can. Do the best you can with approximating. So do y'all agree that this x coordinate is close to what whole number? 2. So let's estimate that. You want to say 1 point what? 9? Okay, good. 1.9. You could have said 1.8. Does not matter. So you're going to say x equal 1.9. There's one of them. There are how many of them? 2. All right, so let's look at the other one. So let's see. This is going to be what?
6.2.
6.2. So let's see. That's 4, 5, 6. 6.2, 6.1 does not matter. You want to say 6.2? That's fine. Okay? Let's do another one with this idea. Find x when f of x equal, let's say, 1. Find x when f of x equal 1. Listen carefully what that says. So, f of x means what letter? Y. You learned that previously, so that's y. So what are you told y is here?
1.
Y is 1. So if y is 1, I want to know what x values are associated when y is 1. So go to your y-axis and you locate 1. Do y'all agree that that's here? Okay, how many points have y-coordinate of 1? 2. All you got to do is just go horizontally to the left and put dots on those points. Okay, so this y value is 1 and this y value is 1. And all you got to do is estimate the x coordinate to the nearest 10.
2.7.
2.7, 2.6, 2.5. I'm okay with those. I wouldn't give you credit if you said 2.1, right? Because you know that's not going to be 2.1. So x is 2.6, something like that. What about the other one?
5.3 roughly.
5.3, okay. I'll give you 5.3. All right. Okay, so on your worksheet, you're going to have to estimate a couple of them. So you're going to say to nearest 10. So notice the difference between the two. One of them said, what is the y value when x was something? And the other one said, what's the x value when y is something? All right. Let's look at number 2, or the second graph. Same idea. Second graph. Let's find f of, let's say, 1. That part's easy. Finding f out of a number is easy. What's f of 1 here? What's the y value when x is 1? 2. So the answer is 2. You can see it. It's right here, right? That point right here is 1, 2. Now you see that expression f of x? You're going to be graphing that kind of expression soon. You can use transformations to do that. I thought I'd keep that expression there just to show you what you'll be doing soon. All right.
Yeah, and you say, oh, it's easy.
B.
Say it's easy. You just told us it's not that difficult.
That's right. B. What about f of 0? F of 0. About 1.5. So remember, x is 0 right here, right? So that point right here is about 1.5, my y value, estimating. Okay, C, find x when f of x is 0. Find x when f of x is 0. So x equal blank, x equal blank. What do you think?
There's two of them.
Yeah, there are two of them. What are they?
X equals -1.
Negative 1 and 3. Negative 1 and 3. Remember, that says my y value is what? 0. Well, where your y value is 0, we talked about that in previous courses and in this one. On what axis is the y value 0? The x-axis. Those are your x-intercepts. So here and here. That's where y is 0, right? You even see a 0 there. Y is 0. So negative 1 and 3. And it kind of makes sense because if I actually label this point right here, how would you label that point? Negative 1, 0. How would you label this point? 3, 0. So y is 0 when x is negative 1 and 3. Let's estimate this one. D, find x when f of x equal, let's say, negative 2. Negative 2. So x equal blank, x equal blank. So estimate, nearest 10. So find x when y is what? Negative 2. So remember, f of x, y. You got to remember that y. So locate where y is negative 2. Where's y negative 2? Right here, right? So see, I'm circling it. That's why on the y-axis, that's where negative 2 is. Locate the points on the graph. How many points on the graph? 2. Here and here. You got to tell me where this x-coordinates are. So what's this x-coordinate?
-1.8.
Nearest 10th. Negative 1.8, 1.9. Okay? What is this y-coordinate this x-coordinate right here? 3.8, 3.9? Okay? All right. So that was that second graph. Huh? No, it's positive. Your x-coordinate. That's a positive. Because if I actually label that point, that's 3.9 comma negative 2. Okay? All right, go to the next one. What is f of, let's say, f of 6? What's f of, what's f of 6 on this one? 7. F of 6 is 7. Right here, if you look at this, when x is 6, y is 7. The next page. You're using the wrong graph. You picked up two different ones. You got to make sure you're using the right one. So all the ones you were doing on the wrong.
Yeah, but they were the same.
Oh, they were the same? Okay. Some of them were the same.
You're following along.
Okay. All right, so f of 6 is 7. What is f of 0? What is f of 0? Remember what that means. That means when x is 0, what is y?
7.
7 as well. So f of 0 is 7. Okay? What is f of 3? What What is f of 3?
One.
1. F of 3 is 1. So when x is 3, right here, my y value is 1. That's what we just found. D. Find x when f of x equal, let's say, we have to estimate again. Let's say 4. Find x when f of x is 4. So remember, f of x stands for what? Y. So where is y 4? How many points on the graph is my y coordinate 4? 2. So locate the 4 on the y-axis and then your points, right here and right here. Estimate. X equal blank, x equal blank. 0.9, okay. What's the other one?
5.1.
5.1? Okay, I'll give you 5.1. All right, 0.9 and 5.1. Now, someone asked this. Someone asked f of, find x. I'm going to just go ahead and do it. Find x when f of x equal 0.
Yeah, that will work.
So remember, f of x stands for what?
Why?
Y.
If the y coordinate is 0, there's no
Exactly. There is no point in the graph where y is what?
0.
0. So we'd say there is none. There is none. There is no. The y coordinate 0 is here. There is no point in the graph where y is 0. No, if you look at all the points on this graph, none of the y coordinates are zeros. All right. Let's see. Let's go to
Big old
yeah. All right. Okay, so I think we're okay with this. So what I want to do now is this.